So
It seems like we ought to actually explicitly create some sort of manual touchpad test just to call it out. Especially for systems that have like touchpad and track point together, because if you just see one mouse test, people are probably just going to use one, whatever they use most commonly, and call it done. So the other device might have to test it at all.
Can you speak a little bit
After last night?
Friday?
But yeah, I was thinking along the same lines that perhaps the questions should be purposefully fuzzy to enable people to express corner cases.
Or maybe just change it so it says, do all your pointing devices work or something.
I mean, Gemma wouldn't like it, but I think that it would cover more cases that we don't know about.
Right.
it doesn't affect them. Yeah, I have this like I have an optical and that's what it is.
Right. So, okay, so if you resubmit results, then your old results will be overwritten. So you need to have everything selected. Do you want you come across?
So is anybody else having a problem while testing their systems?
So you should do that.
Okay.
This is kind of
What do I actually need these kind of for to make the actual tests?
Sorry?
Because I see a lot of kind of additional things, yeah? This is part of the friendly tests, right?
So yeah, so if you want to run everything, you need, for example, a keyboard or a headset or USB key, stuff like that. Obviously, keyboard is more for desktops if you or to test wireless. Obviously, if you don't have those, you can skip that particular test when it runs. There is an option to skip every single test. But you get a small penalty, so you want to make sure that your system gets the rating it deserves, to have this stuff.
Maybe you don't have to buy the kit. The whole idea behind the box was really more for
these testing people. Okay.
Yeah, so they do a similar kind of testing, but they go on site to a like vendor warehouse or something, or manufacturer plant or something, and they'll do the same kind of testing that everybody else does. But they might be in a situation where they don't have, an HDMI monitor, or wherever they are isn't going to give them a Bluetooth mouse.
Yeah, okay.
So this is,
I'm just, because, the reason I'm asking is we have, I'm working in a company and we need to have kind of certification.
Hey Mike, we can't hear you.
Say these hardware that we kind of buy day to day is working and these are not, and we have a list of machines.
Oh, and by the way, Mike, there's probably a lag.
So it's
And
Yesterday there was a lot of lag on the microphone by the time people hear us, so it's that much harder to interact.
Nice.
Like no video and lag.
is they're kept in the store just in case there is more testing. What do we need to provide?
So whatever the GS code on touchpad, can you make sure that we put it on the notes?
Ping.
Or HP mini somewhere.
someone has the same.
Not too bad.
Pretty good.
Well, there's some facts.
because I've got a list. Yeah, I've got a list of actually.
Mine is a time to the right one.
I've just been sharing internally.
The average is out the road.
To be honest, I didn't
So
think
if
that anybody would
someone
care
doesn't check
outside of
someone
canonical.
does, I'll see the person.
Now,
So-
the person's ask is probably more worthwhile actually.
Hold on a second. Just 1 second. Mike, who is is remotely, and it's the main developer of the website. So if you want to make suggestions on the website, what do you think about the website? Have you seen it? I'm going to
But I'll be able to see that someone
put it here.
even if 99 others leave.
Yeah. Okay. So you have you really got the output. So you can just put that. But this would be too bad.
Which one? Both two. It's
Is there a
the
backport
microphone board. Try mine.
Is there a backport available for Lucid? I have 1004 in my system.
The application exists since Hardy, so you can test your system since then. However, the friendly program is only for Oneric moving forward. So even if you submit results, we won't put them in this
It's
table.
the first time I'm trying this out. Should I
So I can do it with the live stream, check with that.
Yes.
option to test now, right?
So yeah, even if the application is there, the results won't appear friendly, because one of the things that we had to do during the Oneric cycle was to select, make sure that the tests were running correctly, select which ones are run by default and then consider for friendly, and that's only in Oneric. So
We mentioned the results tracker. It has all distros.
yes.
I don't know if we should mention it at this point. Maybe not.
I'm a Ubuntu user, and after the Ubuntu friendly talk yesterday, I did upcast search friendly and could find nothing. So what do I need to, as a Ubuntu user, is there some package I can install to be able to use friendly?
Yes. So
Or do I have to pull whole Ubuntu desktop?
no, there is a CLI.
Sure. Oh, it's stable.
Sorry.
Can you Ubuntu?
There's a,
Yes.
well, you can use CLI, but it's got a bug in it at the moment. So the better one to use, is Urwid, Checkbox Urwid. Anyone want to put it up there? It's checkbox-urwid. It's like a curses interface,
Yes.
basically.
But I'm sure she has a few GTK libraries. The dependency
She
shouldn't be
doesn't
too
want to
big.
install Ubuntu desktop.
That's not GTK libraries aren't Ubuntu desktop.
It's
You
quite a lot of
Basically, I
stuff.
don't know which package I could install. in
Checkbox-GTK should be all right.
Can
It
you
was called,
find it somewhere on the Etherpad or something, because I don't have my laptop with me.
but for people who have a aversion to GTK, for whatever reason,
They probably had to install some GTK application sooner or later, like I don't know, gedit or whatever.
do we have a USB headset in this kit?
No, there's a stereo USB adapter.
Oh, right. Oh, interesting.
That was to avoid having multiple headsets in there. Got one in the adapters for everything.
So what about the site? What do you guys think? We got a bug last week about the site, saying that you have no clue what the site is about when you first enter.
Really?
Those are probably the two most expensive.
It's about rabbits. I mean, come on. So, let's look at the Software Center website. Do they have leading text?
So wasn't which?
I don't know.
The site? What
Yeah,
site?
I don't know.
Is there a site?
Is there not a site?
Is there one?
I don't know.
You know which ones you should look at? Ubuntu certification.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hi.
Hello.
Ring, ring.
It explains a little bit.
Yeah, it does have some more text
Some more
than just
text, yeah.
dumping you into a list.
But we have a what is Ubuntu friendly link, so I think it should be, if you have no idea, just click here.
Yeah.
We got a bug last week saying that the main page of Ubuntu friendly, you have no idea what's going on.
You have no idea what's going on.
That's what the bug said. I mean,
Otherwise,
so you go there and you don't know what the program is about, what these stars are about. And for me, it's quite clear. Read the system.
what we're doing with people that are coming and want to test it and stuff like that.
A question. What's happening if a user report twice
is allowed to test.
The same user,
Same user from the
same system, then we only show the last one. So if you make a mistake and your system only gets 1 star, for example, because you made a mistake, you can test it again, and we will take only the last one.
So if a user makes a perfect test and get 5 stars, and then submit again, skipping everything, he gets
that gets skipped because we had that problem. So it's only if the submission has all the core tests.
okay.
So basically, if it qualifies to go in, then we take the latest one. If it doesn't qualify, we keep the latest that qualified.
Yeah, but it came with the...
Yeah,
Because I realized that I haven't submitted this laptop yet, so I was trying.
It was easier than...
And I've seen some tests that you can say yes without even trying. So, for instance, the audio, try it, but you can select a test yes and go forward.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So you can,
like if you know that audio works, might as well just go forward.
yeah, but user can cheat.
Sure.
Oh, they
So
could
can
always
cheat on anytime. Yeah.
They could try and cheat also.
It's going to the airport security, bang around.
You eventually have to say yes whether you heard it or not. So if you want to
that's
cheat,
true. Yeah.
you're
So-
gonna have a chance. So we better give them the chance to cheat earlier.
To address the concern of
make it
people
quicker.
cheating, we're hoping that the law of numbers will be on our side so that most people will not cheat. If there are cheaters, they will disappear in the numbers.
True.
Yeah, but at the moment what we've seen is a lot of systems are not that good.
Yeah, that's actually a good observation to share. You guys may have noticed that we've got like almost 700 systems. And what's strange is that there's basically very few people who share the same model. So what this tells us is that our community has very heterogeneous hardware, and we also can observe that some manufacturers are more popular than others, like Lenovo, Dell, and HP. And what's also interesting about this is that they also happen to be the biggest manufacturers. So our community is actually very representative of the real world. So this is great.
I have a small request for the checkbox GTK package. Could you mention the word friendly there? So that if somebody has heard about Ubuntu friendly and tries to search for what to install to be able to run, they will find it, because that was my
on the package information, you mean?
package description somewhere.
Okay.
Didn't you do that?
Is it for the
It's in the desktop
Yeah, for
file.
the desktop file it's already there, but not for the...
Yeah, but now if you're doing a backup,
If you
Yes,
go into the you say
that's a good idea.
yes, thanks.
Yeah, it's like...
But what you want
description in the package?
No, what you want is for it to be in the description. We didn't change the description.
But I mean, isn't the description the same?
No, for this, it's in the desktop file.
I know, but isn't the string the same? Shouldn't it be the same?
Yeah.
Maybe it should, but it's not.
With some memories and expansion,
Yes, sir.
I think mostly it's...
people try. It's just remove it from the launcher once they are done, but you could also recommend people to launch it just after installing Ubuntu, because it will give them a way to check that their PC is supported.
We are maybe thinking about doing something like operating that, so it's enabled by default before release. So if people are part of the community, power users that uses the data or things like that, they will keep it after release, but end users just installed only the latest version.
Okay, so
Something like Upward does, and I think it's a good compromise between something that is for more power users community and not so much for...
I think if the only
Everything online is really...
it's easy to review.
A couple of things
You
maybe.
don't have to use it. It's not it should be really easy to find because if you want to get a lot of input,
Is this some list of hardware?
I think there is a good chance that people not knowing Ubuntu well will agree to participate.
Everything you need to test.
Should be a problem.
A lot of classes for them. If you don't make it really obvious to you, you will lose a large part of people that can contribute.
For us, the external videos on the laptop, it has to pass.
People that use data are more likely to
with this,
place or water rooms or...
I'm just gonna test the video.
Okay.
You taking the wrong camera?
Yeah, what are you
Oh
going to do
yeah,
with that
the
one?
wrong end. Who has the
It's
video?
ours. Saturdays.
We could even make some welcome screen explaining to people about how easy it is to remove. But even then, that maybe an issue for some people. How do you remove an app from the launcher? And,
It disappeared, it vanished.
Yeah, surprise! You can't find it anymore.
Let's shove it up.
having a welcome screen explaining them the intent and the benefit for them could be an easy way for you to get a lot of contribution.
One of my concerns about making the Ubuntu friendly program very obvious is that sure it helps us, but it
Keep going.
it's very distracting. It kind of gives the impression that the operating system is a beta operating system.
And with that,
You won't find that on Windows. Oh, you want to test your system? No. Mac, you don't want to test your system. It just works. Now, that's what we want.
but you could have a few sentences in the welcome screen.
People don't read. I don't read anymore.
If you click on an application when you presented with
Yeah.
screen with a bit of text on it, there is a good chance that people will read it.
So when you run Bazaar for the first time, you have a welcome text?
It's a common line.
Okay. Okay. But
You don't click on it like this, but if you type on this now, you are presented with the list of columns.
So you guys
Okay.
spend
But I think like doing something like Upper does is a good compromise in between.
can you remind me what it does?
Upper is enabled by default on the development release
Yeah. That's it.
until release candidate.
Yeah, so we
where
put it in the launcher from beta until the release candidate will cut it out.
The problem is that until the release candidate is out, all the people who have submitted in between will not appear in the friendly program.
Yeah, but
Well,
they will.
that's something we need to talk about. So, will we leave it from beta?
Yeah, where do we? It depends. Might there be a kernel change between beta and RC?
So, would be with what the changes
That
of
answers.
regulations. Because we've been very strict with what we put in, right? So there'll be improvements, and you could argue that those people are probably going to resubmit the system. If the system broke or got better, they will resubmit the system. So you could say the user is your control test, right? So if they submit the system and they got like one star, and then they got a fix, they're likely to resubmit the system again. Or would you stop it?
I'm thinking more. Like I think that what we propose for the SRU testing would be very useful during the development cycle. If people are running it, It's the same concept, basically. If you're running proposal or you're running development cycle, you are saying that I like testing. Or I like bleeding edge stuff that's not stable. So you got the same profile of user. So let's try to use that same profile in similar
Right,
ways.
but you changed topic. So we were talking about is whether we should keep the results of between beta and release in the website or not.
Yeah, I was thinking the doc, but or the launcher. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't think I agree with your assumption that if it works better, they will resubmit. I'm not convinced of that.
Just optimistic.
Yes.
If currently you don't show the results for people who have tested it in unreleased version, do you remind those people to test again when they release themselves?
No, but that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, if people were had it run before, at some point we can tell them. We know when it's going to be released, so it's a fixed date. So we could.
So actually, the first screen should tell them, like, warning, you're helping us, but...
Yeah, but you need a reminder, right?
A reminder. So we know when Ubuntu is going to be released, so people who were running once during the development release are going to have a reminder at the date of the release to...
Oh, a reminder. Oh, like
Ubuntu
the
is
SRE
released,
thing.
officially released. Please test it again.
I like it.
How would you do that, though?
It's technology. It's easy. Add command.
It's not yet implemented.
Cron. No, not yet implemented. We're not that clever. That's why we come to UDS, so we
And
can
gather
steal
ideas.
your ideas and then take all the credit.
You got very good ideas anymore.
So you captured that?
Yeah, I can run the
So is everyone who's doing submission?
when the final release comes.
Or hasn't tested and needs some help to test?
Yeah, it's just I can't type this thing.
Yeah, well, have a little keyboard.
Oh, I think we should also keep a note on whether we should
For anybody that
allow
has
things
already
for
tested,
friendly
have some
at beta
comments.
or at RC.
For example, of
we need
tests
to
that
have
they
a
were
discussion.
missing, or things that were not tested, or tests that were broken.
You could adjust the unmute of the microphone with the tool, just because people might not notice that the microphone and something is muted in the preferences.
Okay, so put in like, doing automatically or putting in as a note?
Automatically. You know, for example, the people that will perform the tests, at least in our company, might not know the thing, might not know how to do further debugging, like check if the volume is set to some reasonable level or whatever.
Okay.
No, there are no bugs.
Whoops.
Again.
Not mine.
No, that's not mine either.
It looked like I tried to do that, I don't remember when. But, so when I relaunched it, it bring me there. You do next.
This thing didn't work.
Yeah, I presume it doesn't.
Is that because of the camera?
It kind of goes with the...
Yeah,
That's no problem. It's reasonable annoying.
It didn't. Last time it.
Have you finished now?
you finished now.
And try to restart again.
Because all this does.
No, it will start again.
You record the stream directly.
It does hide that. That's a problem with the architecture. That's why we cannot change the UI.
Okay, so I have to start again.
People will
No, if
have
it's-
submitted what
You're
you did.
already running all the tests.
I don't remember when.
No, okay.
So I'm not even sure if that.
People
Like, for example, you have to
complaining much
select
about it disappearing.
That shouldn't be.
So you mentioned everything else, but not that.
Can you select them all?
Well, if it disappears, what are you going to do? It just went away.
Yeah, but I think
So do they blame you or something?
Yeah,
Oh, it's not Checkbox's problem?
Yeah, it's not true.
I can't.
That is awesome. You got away with it.
Yeah, because I have
With the free pass.
Yeah.
That's a test kit.
Ah. Don't you think?
Yeah, if there is test kit here if you need to do any testing anyway.
I guess everybody's so quiet because you're all testing, right?
Yeah.
We don't know if I don't think we have probably a Mac screen projector big thing. So
There is.
I could get one.
That's Max has a display port.
No, it's well, it depends.
it's a normal, I think.
Well, internally it's a mini display port, right?
Yeah, but we don't
Yep.
want. We're gonna.
I have the.
But they have adapters, so we can go to basically.
How extensively
So
have you
if you can
tested
get
this
them.
Checkbox?
I will.
Because, well, I've just
machine here, we're not going to steal it.
There is,
We might hack it.
I guess it's
Yeah, steal it.
the connection.
Doesn't the phone have a tiny keyboard?
I guess when I'm just doing webcam now.
That's great.
I have
I like this bit.
I don't have a.
it shows everything.
Yeah,
Actually,
refresh.
it works, but
Okay,
she's streaming
it's running
the
already.
back
Yeah,
stream,
so-
so I guess there is.
Yeah, add Ubuntu
I have a
friendly
network.
package. That's nothing I got.
Ethernet adapter.
Well,
Oh, there we go.
I think for a lot. If you close the phone, it goes.
Yes.
Okay.
The webcam.
So
Still getting used to this thing.
I guess it's safe to
you
format
can
that
sync up.
stuff.
You don't have
Nightmare about my
I don't.
waking
You
up
want one?
in the night and taking a picture.
Okay.
So,
Screen displays, decor, Bluetooth. We've got some.
That was brilliant, man. Oh man, I wish I thought about it.
like that case is for certification. That's useful.
Having like it.
There is
Which I think is that's only the screen.
Okay.
And the screen display is also keepable.
We go around the room.
Yeah, I know that.
It's not a problem.
I'm just trying to make it.
Actually, it works.
Probably don't have a difference in how our hardware is being utilized.
When it becomes silent, we just generate noise.
Yeah.
You.
But yeah,
As far as Mike is concerned, we're the only ones doing
Actually,
anything.
it worked the second time, so. Nice. Random error.
but yeah, that has been seen in the video. That's open.
Because, oh, you do see that? Okay, because, you know, if that's a final thing, that I will choose to
It really
develop
might be worthwhile to just replace that test with something like G's, or actual application that handles.
So,
Yeah, that's a question.
yes.
If some system is MS and doesn't run well, does it get 1 star or 0 stars? Will I be able to see on the side systems that I shouldn't like?
Yeah, there's a lot of 1 stars on the side actually. So it depends. So if you run all the tests, so the minimum tests that we require, and they fail, you will get 1 star. If you skip them, like you're not running anything or it's a very small set of tests, then it won't appear at all because. So yeah, if
So the lowest is 1. It means that I should probably not buy
Well, at this point though, it's kind of hard to tell because if you have one person reporting 1 star,
It's okay for me, and
I don't know if you should make a decision based on one recommendation.
But in the future, I should be seeing hundreds of people testing some laptops.
Yes, millions.
So I trust hundreds.
Yeah, exactly.
My laptop had 1 star because I made one mistake during testing, but you should definitely buy one. It works perfectly.
Then retest it again, please, Danny.
Yes, I haven't. I submitted again and it still got 1 star, so but it works. I mean, I use it every day.
Then try to find the bug.
I'll try again.
But did you check what was the problem?
The first one, I had the headphones plugged in when I ran the automated audio test. And the second one, it has had some problems with not finding the correct wireless network. That one is Brenner's fault.
Because what I do is that I click on the build report before submitting, and then you can always like go back and rerun the test.
Yeah. I didn't have
So
time to do that.
before submitting, you have 2 options: submit or build report. You click on build report, opens a HTML page in your local, and you can see what it says, what passed and what failed. So if you say, well, this is strange because it worked for me, then you can go back and rerun that test.
Oh, crap.
It is a bit of like back, and the automatic test runs on the
After the test,
you can do it.
the system
You can go back as far as the first failed automated test.
put in evidence
You can
the
go further than
name
that.
detected for the model.
Really?
Because when you
The name
hit that,
detected?
an automated
For the
test
laptop model.
runs again,
Yeah.
Because
asks you if you want to
guys,
hit
it's
a
on
button,
the-
anything you say
guys.
goes forward.
quite hidden, and
Okay.
the name detected often is it's different from what.
So you then can find it on the list.
On the build
Yeah,
report,
Okay.
you should have the
this
name of the
is
model.
detected as an Inspiron 110101, but is known as Dell Mini 10. So I was looking for the Ubuntu friendly website, Dell Mini 10, and saying, oh, isn't tested yet, strange. I did it, and then I realized that it's
Yeah, the Dell Mini is funny one.
Yeah, he's saying that putting on the report.
Yeah,
it's,
it's
yeah.
good idea.
sure. This is the model.
I'm not sure
The other things I've seen is that it shows me that there is
So there is a couple of Launchpad projects that, if you want to know about so Ubuntu Dash Friendly on Launchpad, it's everything about the website and ratings and stuff like that.
So,
it's good to me to see. He didn't ask me anything. He went through the test, next test, but I realized that it's maybe, I don't know.
But don't worry about it. We want to fix it, but we should fix it. That's a problem with testing stuff.
Maybe we could put a number into the test, and when you see that something hasn't been tested or it's wrong, you can go back on the Ubuntu friendly, because when you see this, Ubuntu friendly is still in the last page. Sorry, the checkbox is still in the last page, and
You're
maybe
not
you
in the
can
test kit, eh?
go back
You want
and
one.
perform again the first test, or maybe with I don't know, numbers, a bar completing progress bars.
Except for a couple of things like, he just pointed out, I missed the mini firewire adapter, so I got the regular size firewire. Yeah. But I would have to be the small one.
Cool. So
So we are testing the test kit.
But
Okay.
well, I think we need to back. We
Can I see that?
we know again for us, but it's just the way to go.
All right. Yeah. I'll do it.
When you say you will go back at specific. Just run the
Con sonido similar a Gene, pero también te convierte en sonido.
Así es, no tienes que poner un monitor.
what if I don't have the wireless key on the keyboard? It's like skip the test. So it's not that, it's an answer, it hasn't been tested. Yeah, another one, it's not that.
Yeah, because of how this program works, we don't know either way, because usually you didn't get because you didn't have it. we have a list of things that are skippable because they are potentially not present. But some things that should be there, I mean, every single system has settings and navigation and all that. So if you keep that flexibility in mind, that leads to the implementation.
So if you, sorry, how do you pronounce your name?
You can call me Bolak.
Volk?
Yeah.
So if you want to report any bugs with the tests, that's the project checkbox on Launchpad.
Can you do like back checkbox or something?
Sorry?
What's the command line you do?
Ubuntu bug checkbox.
Ubuntu bug checkbox. No more bugs.
Exactly. You fix them all,
And if you want to fix bugs, it's really easy to fix. Test bugs. Should be a low entry level to fix tests.
This is actually written
Absolutely.
in Python or C? Okay. I guess we can find some Python developers. I'm not sure what. No, it might be a bit of a problem to get that this guy should spend some time on fixing those.
I mean,
the core of the program is quite easy. The user interface well, but the tests can be written in a external program. So as long as they test the behavior unit and they output 041, they should be good.
Okay.
So if you use this the trunk of Checkbox, it's a Python application, but if you go to here, those are the description of the tests. For example, I don't know.
graphics.
Graphics. So every test might have commands that are not Python, can be Python scripts or might be bash commands or...
Looks easy.
Yeah, and basically the idea is you grab whatever is in the command field, you run it manually, and you check the output value, and if it's not what you expect, then you can look at the test code.
So if you, I'm trying to put on the box the tag test when it's a bug on a test, which makes it more easier to fix for a newcomer to the project than a bug in the core. So if people want to contribute fixing tests, more than welcome.
Or new tests. Yeah, I'm working on a page.
Do you guys have any links?
4, 5, 6.
Can I hear you fine?
Do you guys have any links to Checkbox Editor from here to help people out if they don't want to write the text in my inbox?
Checkbox editor.
But we can put it in the list of tasks to do.
Yeah, it definitely makes life a little easier for writing checkbox cases. It's pretty less technical.
Something that I can use an external microphone.
External microphone.
Yeah. So.
You have just one audio jack?
Yeah, I don't know how that works on a Mac. I've tried it on EPCs and Lenovo's. I've never used that adapter on Mac, so.
I have...
Which is which?
On that thing, it doesn't matter. It just seemed to work. Now, again, I've not done it on a Mac. I've done it on Lenovo's and EPC stuff.
I bought one because the Lenovo's has this only 144.
Yeah.
It was awful. I had to awful. Really. Well, I only spent €7 on it, but it was the only one I could find.
Well, and also I found that with like the newer Lenovo's, I had to actually back it out, back the plug out about 1/8 of an inch or so, a couple millimeters, to get it to contact right and work. And the I could just pop it all the way in, and it was good. So, yeah, I don't know. And I don't know if it was just the plug design or that adapter.
Something with a USB adapter?
How do you know the MacBook Air is going to get 5 stars?
I hope so, because I don't know.
It works quite well.
Is it 1110? I guess that's 1110.
Whoa. No AC, no dual boot, no nothing. Right. I have a USB stick and I can still do analysis.
Right.
Just so you know, it can be done.
Team, have you submitted your system to Ubuntu Friendly? Then you're gonna start today.
Thing has fallen. Some 80, I guess. No, it's changing, so this might be the problem. No, it's not.
Shared. Shared.
Maybe because maybe I found the
It's actually
In your laptop or in Checkbox?
or maybe in all Ubuntu's. The volume and brightness button were working good, and after doing the test, they stopped working. I don't know if they suspend or something.
It could be.
Now I remove
After suspend, maybe
Yeah, maybe
they don't
yes,
work.
after suspend.
We don't test them after suspend that.
No, I mean,
We really want to.
not everything.
I found it.
Maybe you should read it still after suspend because it's not that common. That's things not working on the suspend.
We do test something after the time, but we don't test. For instance, the functions we don't test.
Suspend first and then.
Are we planning to do any SRUs for an area? For fix bad tests? Or, I know it's beta, but
Of course, we I mean, there
like
is
for tests that cause people's systems to get 1 star.
Yeah.
That's
We should, anything that is a bug can be SRU. So the only thing that cannot be SRU are new features. But obviously, so we cannot add tests or even remove tests, stuff like that, but we can try to fix them.
Because that for his one, it's a simple.
So we
For the mouse one, it's just
Can you file a bug and put it to the milestone that we have we have a milestone, I think, for the first SRU.
do it.
And if we don't, it's going to
we should do,
maybe we don't, I'm going to create one.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yes, there is one, 0129 first on the checkbox, sorry.
I just have the default, so it's not HDMI.
Another bug in the test?
Yeah, actually, it might be short display for it. DVI, other one. No, that's far worse.
You don't have for display port?
Oh, I don't have the cable. Yeah, display port. Oh crap, it's HDMI to display port. Which, that's more
Ubuntu doesn't work very well. the sound tests fail.
Yeah, that's the
Probably some dependency is missing.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, it's not just
quite a hard sound. There's a lot of work
additional desub, so
So
it's not
it needs some
that
testing on Ubuntu.
In Ubuntu.
you don't have it.
Yeah, probably, because well, the video test, the one with the bars, depends on the streamer, so it will
Right,
have
so it should be put on the dependencies, on the database dependencies.
Yeah,
yeah.
The newest
we might have made some assumptions on Ubuntu desktop.
So someone from the development team could test on Ubuntu and put all those missing stuff in dependencies.
Can you
I'll add
file a book on Checkbox package?
I'll try, but I don't know how much to do because
I'm putting a note in the Etherpad.
I just
Okay.
make a note that it needs testing on Ubuntu, the general one.
I suspended manually and it works. So it's your fault.
I will try. It should be the same.
Yeah, the key works. So it's a normal suspending that
Sometimes there's a race condition. Like if you suspend maybe on the second time or the third or the 22nd time, you may encounter the same problem. Sometimes.
now then I will try with the checkbox and we'll see maybe it's something tricky about it.
I have a Ubuntu color screen. That's kind of point. Actually.
Remove
This is the black screen test.
remove the screen filter. I didn't remove the screen filter so people can see the picture.
Ah, okay.
What do you do?
That was the screen blank test. It came back after a couple of seconds, but that's yeah. Doesn't well.
So I'm putting
I
in
don't
the
know if
three
that's
part
Unity
things
or
that we miss on the tester kit, Unifyware, and what's
You what?
I'm putting on the inputs, what we miss on the.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm adding it to the actual
Okay,
list as well, but yeah.
okay.
We report back to the checkbox package, or do you want that?
No, for tests,
Just
For test on the checkbox package.
the website is.
That one is about the website.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. Yep. It did a good job.
You know, this is X set DPMS off. That's all it does.
Yeah. Yeah, I have seen this at the time. It's not reproducible, so I don't know.
Yes. Kind of weird.
This is a 2 hours session, right?
Yeah.
Oh, small pencil. Okay, cheap for me. Oh, actually it's not. I think that's what was moved.
It's not